Hey, what's happening? Here we are, another episode of the Sunday Fix. This is episode 19 for the week of February 15th through the 24th. I am one of your hosts, Steven Robles. To my right, as always, I have Mr. Man in Headband.
I like that. You got Josh.
And to my left, I have the Black Wonder.
Lakey. Black Wonder, that's all you can come up with?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at words. We have
Suck a dick.
we have a bit of a show for you today. We'll be talking about the Street Fighter V launch, along with some Fire Emblem stuff, some Amiibo stuff, some games you played, and some anniversaries that are kind of hidden this year. A big 20 and up. It should be pretty fun. We got a raccoon in here and a beer, a couple beers. Hope you guys found that on the Facebook. I posted it on Facebook. It's kind of adorable. He's wearing headphones and everything. Have you guys played Street Fighter V yet?
Yes. I bought the game.
Yeah, Josh has played it. Oh, the key. Oh, you have an Xbox. Oh, Xbox One. You can't play it on Xbox One.
That's okay.
No, but you can totally play it on PC. You can get it on Steam, I'm sure.
That's all right. I don't need it.
It looks fun. It looks really good. One thing I got to say about the game, straight up, is that the raccoon fell over. Is that it looks really good. Graphics look great. People have been praising its gameplay. I heard that they kind of, I want to say, dumbed down the button presses and all that. The time you have, they loosened up the time around it, so it's easier for people to jump in and get really used to it. You know,
the response for the kicks in is a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Instead of the little lag that most people notice.
It's forgiving. I guess the word you could say it's more forgiving on timing. It's not, you don't have to be too precise with it, but it's still. You still have to play it well to win.
Right. I saw that it was compared to Mortal Kombat.
Well, it's a fighting game. It's going to compare it to Mortal Kombat.
But the layout, I guess, the game, the game modes, anyways.
Yeah. Well, here's where we'll start this. The game has been getting pretty good reviews, but one of the biggest complaints is that it's just not done yet. It feels like they just launched it unfinished, or at least light with specifically single player content.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
The single player was weird. I'll say this: the animation, the graphics is a lot better than 4.
Yeah,
there was some certain thing that, besides the whole button pressing and the little lag, and I guess you could say the animation wasn't as not comic-ish, but there was some sort of like glow to the characters when you played.
I'll tell you something, because I don't know how to think of good reasons why. There was something off about the way the game looked. I don't know. I didn't like too much the way they
whatever there was on 4, they took it off and then they left it off for 5.
It looks really cool.
Looks a lot better. Characters were pretty cool. The whole fact, one of my favorite characters right now, the way they look is Dawson.
Well, he has a big old beard.
He has the beard. He has the beard, and the whole fact that he
has a beard.
He has a beard. His white beard.
No way.
Big old white beard.
Yoga Flame
and Bison has.
Yeah, and his belly gets all
like my favorite character.
All bloated.
Yeah,
and stuff. That's pretty cool.
And Bison has gray hair, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
And then I've seen some pictures of Ryu with like a full on
with the beard, and stuff.
but young looking beard. Mm-hmm. So everybody's growing up. Mm-hmm. Everybody's growing up in that game.
They finally aged.
Except for at least I didn't notice Zangief. He still looks.
He looks the same.
Underpants.
It's because he dyes his hair. He still works.
I guess, but what does he get? Like collagen injections or something like that?
Probably he has to. I'm sure they have enough money.
This is gross.
I don't know. So the game has been doing pretty well, except people were saying it's incomplete. They added some new things, or somewhat new things. The V gauge, which fills every time you take damage. It's kind of like the on the 4th one where it's like you have the ultra combo thing at the end. Mm-hmm. So, but with the V skill, you get the V gauge. You get the V skill, V reversals, and V triggers. Mm-hmm. You played the game. How do they how does it compare to, I guess, the other one, the ultra gauge? It adds new elements because every V skill, every character has its own V skill, right?
Yeah, I mean, once you do it, you let
fill
it go,
up enough,
fill up enough, and you see the actual you see the the cutscene to where they
the animation.
It's I want to see all of them. I haven't gotten to the point. I'm gonna do that probably tomorrow, where I'm gonna play all of them.
Yeah, I mean it's a relatively new game, and again, we're people that have to work every day. This isn't playing video games is our job. So
as much as I want it to be,
yeah, we don't have time to do all of that stuff.
But you know what? We do our best to try to take advantage of the games that we play and tell you how we feel about it and what we do. So, like I said, I'm gonna make it a mission. Maybe tomorrow morning when I get back from work, I'm going to try and play about an hour.
Yeah. The reason why I haven't gotten it was because I was telling these guys earlier. I should have mentioned this earlier because it's totally derailing this whole thing. I've been buying so many damn games off of Steam and the PlayStation Network, the downloadable games. So I decided I wanted to get it on GameFly, but it's not the availability on it is really low. So, and I cannot spend more money on a game. So that's why I'm not playing it, but. I will eventually. Once it's on freaking GameFly, once I get on GameFly, then I'll get it. Or you know what? I think one day, probably during the week, I'm going to be like, I want to play Street Fighter 5. I'm just going to freaking buy it because I'm dumb that way. Anyways, so that's new. The V, or somewhat new, the V Gauge. Because again, it kind of replaces the old Ultra Gauge, I think it's called. So yeah, the offline single player doesn't offer much. There's no arcade mode. That's one thing that people were like, hey, dude. That's the one thing you had since the beginning of this whole damn genre. It's like you had an arcade mode where you just fight.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
The arcade mode thing. That's actually the first thing I look for because it's like the campaign, basically.
Yeah, well, it is. But it's more like, dude, again, all fighting games have this. This is a standard.
You get to see. Okay, just like Steve-O said just now, it's from the beginning. So being that, playing Street Fighter 2, playing the game through, each boss or each versus player, in the end you see their story basically of what happens afterwards.
Yeah,
what led to them. You don't get to see that right now.
But
that's one thing I actually look forward to.
To be fair, in that case, they do have a story mode option.
They do, but you know what? It's the fact that it's a traditional type of thing. Scene changes is like. It's like I rolled my eyes basically. I saw story mode and I didn't see the arcade mode, and I was like.
Yeah,
what? Why are you going to change it? Leave it the same. If you're gonna do a story mode, leave it in the arcade. That's what I figured.
Well,
that's how I see
I can see it. I can see a change. I don't mind that change. What just gets to me is that it seems so simple to just have I don't know how many rounds you play, like 16 rounds throughout the game. I mean, if you don't want to play online, if you just want I don't know, I just feel like playing a just straightforward fighting game. I mean, that's something that every game has. So it's weird that they didn't include it. But when it comes to the story, they do have its own story mode, which at the moment is also bare bones. It's like every fighter has like 4 fights and it's done. You can, like, in theory, I've heard that you can beat every single story mission, whatever, in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Just in a day. Yeah.
So,
but
I haven't done story mode yet.
But they are gonna have a full-fledged big story mode that's gonna release in June. So.
The game wasn't done yet.
Yeah.
Basically. And then the online was really glitchy at first. I know they patched it.
Yeah, they fixed that up, which it's understandable when a game first launches. There's a bunch of people just storming into the servers. And
did they have a beta for that or no?
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think Josh got it.
It kind of trends nowadays that people release games not done. It's kind of a trending thing.
Well, yeah, that's a big like story in the video game industry. It's like, is this a good way to go? It's like... is it cool to just send out a game and just not finish it and then just finish it a couple months later or whatever,
Uh-huh.
But that's not really what we're going to talk about today. We're just talking about Street Fighter 5 and the reaction to it and our personal reaction from Josh. There's also a survival mode for the single player, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's you have a fighter and you have to beat as many fighters as possible with 1 health bar. Did you do that one yet?
No, but that takes me back to the DS. When I had it for the DS, I'd always play. You remember it was you'd press select and then to do the ultra, the main. You just press one button and then did it instead of doing the actual moves.
DS or 3DS? Is it for the DS?
I thought it was a DS.
I don't know.
It was cartridge.
I totally skipped that. Well, so is 3DS's cartridge, but I skipped that whole generation.
Well, it's that little long cartridge
the Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Oh my goodness, he totally screwed that one up. Yeah, I get that.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have a survival mode, which is like it sounds. You just
Just
beat a bunch of
playing
guys.
until you die, basically.
Yeah, you have to try to get to the end. They have like 4 different difficulties. The higher the difficulty, the more you have to fight. It's like I think Hell mode is the highest one. It's like 100 fights or something like that. But it's interesting because you after every fight you get like fight points or something like that, and you can spend it on like supplements. You get extra health back, or you get stronger for some time. Which is kind of cool. And every time you beat a survival mode difficulty, you get costumes. So that's pretty much all you got for offline mode. So it is kind of bare bones. People didn't like the idea that you don't have the arcade mode, and story mode is like nothing there. And online mode is where they put most of their efforts. And even then, I heard that was kind of they're missing stuff that other games had, like spectator mode. But they are going to give out free content. I think March is going to be the first big patch. You get an online store and extra stuff like...
I think it's March 18th.
Yeah.
Like that.
What this reminds me of is Splatoon. Splatoon started out the same way. It's like they're going to give you a game. It only started off with like, 2 or 3 stages? And from then on, it kept going. I don't want to be like, I'm like standing behind Nintendo because it's Nintendo. But to be fair, that was a brand new franchise that no one's ever heard of, And they did have a full single-player mode, and they did have the options that, you expect. But Street Fighter is a well-established franchise, which you expect. You expect them to have a full game.
It was a little disappointing, but I was so excited the fact that I got to play it and stuff.
I look at it and I want to play it really badly.
It should.
And none of the it's not finished isn't holding me back from buying it. No, it's just that
I heard it was rumor before it came out. It was like, it doesn't seem like it's quite finished type of thing. It's like, well, I didn't care. I bought it anyway.
Yeah. What about you, Luki? What do you think about this whole?
Are you excited to play it?
I gotta see it, so I'm gonna go play it with you, Josh, and then I'll see how it looks, and then I can really rate it. But
we're not rating yours.
Well, we'll look at it and tell you what I think. But I'm a Street Fighter fan since day one. But it's just, I was reading the reviews and looking at it and seeing what people think. So, some people kind of give it not low scores, but some people just complain about the whole story mode. And
for all the complaints, it still got a pretty relatively good score.
Yeah, there's a
the whole thing was like, it's got a 7 or 8, but it would have been a 9 or 10 if it came out full.
I think that's why he's saying it looks low, because he was expecting.
I thought it would be a lot higher than that.
But you know what? If it was another franchise, or B, the game just wasn't that good to begin with, it would have gone a lot lower with that little bit of content.
The way you look at it, it's not that bad. If it's not even a complete game and you get a score that high, it's not that bad then.
It's still a good thing. Again, that's because the people do love what they get from it. The fighting, everything just seems so good. The graphics look great,
Everybody loves Street Fighter. Go back to the arcade days.
Yeah, funny you say the arcade days, because we didn't have an arcade mode here.
Those were great.
But again, I'm looking forward to it. Once my brain is like, hey, just get the damn game, I'm going to get the damn game. If I don't get it before GameFly has any available.
So your brain should say that tomorrow?
Most likely. Because I did the same thing with Pokemon X and Y. I was like, I'm not going to get that game. I don't have the money for it. I don't want to spend money on it because I don't care much. The day it came out, I was like, I want Pokemon. So I went to GameStop that same morning and just picked it up. Because I'm a loser that way.
It happens.
Yeah. That's what happens with a video game addiction like I got. So, yeah, that's where we stand. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to play it. Boopity bop, 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 skip, bop, bop. Fire Emblem. This surprised me. I got a text from you randomly about Fire Emblem. And sorry. I'm looking at Josh right now. What caused the certain burst of interest in that game? Burst all over the place.
We've talked about this before, specifically you, on how Nintendo should be more advertised. You should. There was no commercials. There's no big thing. Nothing really. Surprisingly, I was at work and it was my lunch break, and we're watching TV, and I think we were watching San Antonio and the Cavaliers.
Was that a b-ball game?
Yeah, and commercial break, and then next thing you know, it's like, whoa! It doesn't say Fire Emblem yet. It's just like. I'm just my mouth's wide open in the room.
I can totally picture that too, because all your sons do that.
Thing is, like, everybody likes basketball there. So once it stopped, people start talking with each other, and then once the commercial came on, it kind of got quiet. I was just like, And it turns out it was a Fire Emblem commercial, and I was like, whoa! And the graphics looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, they do look weird.
The cutscenes and story mode that they show you there, the cartoonish stuff, it's good. And then they show gameplay, and I was like, hey, this looks really good. So, and it made me kind of chuckle, the fact that we said, Nintendo needs to advertise more, and the fact that what grasped me was the damn commercial, and I was like, wow, it does work.
I didn't see that trailer, but I did see on YouTube that like the name was, or no, it was an article on, I think, Nintendo Life, some website where it's like they're going for a more dramatic feel on this trailer. So I think it's the same one.
It was pretty dramatic actually, and it's like
Did you look into how like crazy the game actually is? Like there's like 3 different versions you can play, or 2 off the bat. You have like Conquest and Birthright. Did you look into all that different stuff and make a decision on what you wanted? Or
I did just a little bit, but what caught my eye the most was the Conquest, which is I think the darker side.
I don't remember.
I know it. They're I say the darker side because they were in dark clothes, and then you got the other one where it's like bright, and it's called Birthright. It's like everything.
Yeah, that's the brighter one.
Yeah,
I think that one's actually they're 2 pretty different games. They both start off the first 6 chapters start off pretty identical, but once you make your first major decision after that one, it's like it takes a totally different path.
Right. So
and Birthright is the one that's like people are saying it's the easier one.
Okay.
It's less. They say if you're going to start a new Fire Emblem game, just start with Birthright because it'll allow you to, just get a grasp of how the game works. The other one offers much more difficult quests and whatnot.
Well, Conquest is the one that got my eye. So but taking your advice, I'll probably do that. I'll probably do the Birthright.
Yeah, and you can buy the other one for about $20 if you want to try the other storyline. Mm-hmm. And then there's like a third one called Revelations, I do believe. Okay. If you want to try it afterwards.
Now, mind you guys, I've never played Fire Emblem. The closest thing I've gotten Fire Emblem is Smash Brothers. So
get ready for a lot of reading and a lot of death. So maybe even a lot of if you get really into the story, there's going to be some guys that just die. And usually, if you play permadeath, they just die forever. So sometimes it's like you like the certain character, and as they die, it's like, God damn it, I have to start the whole damn mission over. I think they even have a quick restart because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So if they're dead, they're gone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you can turn off that feature if you want to. I didn't because I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm tough. I know how to play this game. Right. But I think that's why I stopped playing Awakening. And I don't have much in Fire Emblem. I didn't play it too much, but I did play Awakening. And that game, I think it got me at the right time. I was at the right place and everything because I could not put that game down. There was a point where I don't binge game too much, but I played that game for almost 6.5 hours straight. It really took me. And then it got to a point where I was like, I kept dying. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't beat the game the way I wanted to beat it, and I just stopped playing it.
Have you went back to it, or you just stopped?
No, I tendered it in for another game.
Talk about giving up.
Yeah, but I put a lot of hours into that game. Put a lot of my time, and I was like, I just can't do it. I don't want to go back and do it.
Well, I don't want your juju to rub off on me on the.
All right, we'll just go to the bathroom. I'll rub up against you for a couple minutes. Brotherly love.
Ew.
Okay, well, yeah, Fire Emblem. That game has been doing really well too. Critically,
it looks good. So I mean, it the advertisement totally drew me in. So
yeah, that's
good job, Nintendo, for finally doing something right.
This is a case of marketing actually working.
Yeah, the marketing worked really well on me, and I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm gonna get that because of the commercial. No. This one actually, I can actually say it blew me away. Kaboom.
Yeah, there's still a mark on the wall where you landed.
Yeah,
a big Josh-sized hole. You also want to talk about Amiibo. You got some Amiibo. What was it? Yesterday? 2 days ago?
2 days ago? Yeah.
What you get? What you get?
I got some.
Did you get the Mario?
Wow.
Oh. Fuck that turned.
It wasn't my plan to go buy one. I didn't go to.
It never is.
Yeah.
You just stop by. It's like, oh, they have it. I must get it.
The reason why we went to Toys R Us yesterday is because they were having a Neo Neonite, the new
Nexo.
Neon Knights. That's a
Nexo
Black
Knight.
Sabbath song.
Nexo Knight.
Never mind.
Nexo Knight. It's the new chain of Lego that they have out. So
Oh man, you sure know your Lego Lucky.
Of course.
Fuck, you should make him a Lego Lucky set.
I live with a Lego connoisseur.
Elijah.
Yep.
Anyways,
funny, I live with one too, Marissa. She always
I was gonna
knows.
say Sammy Boy or something.
Well, no, him
By the way,
too.
these are their kids. Elijah's.
and one, These are no. She always knows when they're like the Batman Dimensions. She knew about it. I didn't know about it. She told me we gotta go do this. I'm like, oh cool, we'll do that. So every time there's a new one, Toys R Us they have a little thing where they get together, build a little set, like it's a little tiny, and they give it away for free.
Oh really?
You stand in line and stuff. And the lines are pretty big for this one. So that's why I went to Toys R Us, and I was like, you wait in line. I'm gonna go walk around with Ezra. So
His other son.
yeah. So we're walking around. I'm like, take a stroll through electronics, obviously.
Of course.
I walked by and I'm like, hey. First one I saw was Shovel Knight. Then I saw Lucas, and I was like, hey. Then I saw.
I love that candy.
And then I saw Jigglypuff, and I was like, cool.
Fuck that Pokemon.
Yeah, but I had to have it. So I got him, and then I was like, maybe that's something I kind of every time something like that happens, I watch a movie or something, I have to go to like Wikipedia.com and just kind of, So I was like,
I
you know
would
what?
do the same thing.
Yeah, so I was curious about what's coming next. What should I look forward to? So I went and on Reddit.com I found the to be announced and what's coming out. So obviously Lucas is already out. That was out in January 22nd. Famicom Rob, I guess the individual one.
Oh, as Famicom?
Mhm.
Is it in America?
Like Rob
yeah,
the Robot?
yeah, it'll be out March 18th
Rob the Robot?
here in the States.
Yeah, but it's the Famicom one, which is purple.
Purple.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
I thought that was
And
cool.
it's single too. It's not like in a
No.
three-way box with
Nope.
the other retro back characters. Nope. God,
Roy's coming out March 18th. That's going to be
Ah.
GameStop exclusive only. Ryu finally coming out the 18th.
that's pretty damn cool. I mean, the idea of having a Ryu amiibo. How does it look? Does it look more Street Fighter 5 model or more
I don't know.
OG or even
I
Part
haven't
4?
seen them yet.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I just have the list. Cloud is still to be determined on everywhere.
TBD.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that other places. This is the ones I'm mentioning are coming out in USA.
Okay.
Canada, Europe, everywhere else.
You're gonna call it Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
Syrup-loving
Lucas
assholes.
is already out. It was out December 17th in Japan. Rob was already out December 29th, October 29th of last year. So, no, it has to be. They usually get them first, right?
Oh, it depends.
Well, I don't know if this is 2016 for it's out or no. It has to be out already. They're not going to wait a whole year to release them in Japan. Release them in.
I would assume they'd release it here first because the whole Toys to Life genre, or whatever, it's much more popular here than it is anywhere in the world.
Well,
I mean,
I'll
Amiibo's
assume
selling
it's already
decently
out.
well.
The Lucas and Rob, I'm going to assume they're already out because it says December 17th and October 29th.
Oh yeah, I think it's already out. Yeah.
So I'm going to assume. Roy, Ryu, Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta, they're also to be determined.
I want the Bayonetta
Oh,
one.
except for Roy and Ryu. Those are March 18th of this year. Everywhere else is to be determined.
God, I'm still like, Ryu's a freaking amiibo.
Yeah,
Damn.
I know. Those are the ones I'm really more interested in. The other ones I'm like, eh.
Well, what do you got for the other ones? Just a quick run
The
through.
Animal Crossing cards,
Bah.
Series
I'm
2
a
and
mad
3.
goat.
Series 2 and 3. 3 is to be determined in the States. It's already out in Japan, January 16th. Series 2, January 2nd, and January 22nd, it'll be out. It's out everywhere now. Figures, Rossetti.
Oh, Rossetti. He's a mole. He's a mole that...
So this is Animal Crossing.
That's all Animal Crossing. I'm sorry I even asked what the hell's next.
Okay, so Animal Crossing, Rossetti, those... I mean, if you guys want to know, January 22nd, they're already out.
Is Timmy and
Rossetti
Tommy in there?
Brothers, that's to be determined.
Blathers is kind of cool. He's an owl.
Captain and Rover, that's all to be determined.
Captain is a kappa. It's a turtle. He's a boat captain.
What about Rover? Is that
Rover is a cat that starts off every time you start off the game. He's like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" No, wait, that's Pokemon. No, every time it starts, it's like, "Oh, I guess it asks for a name or it asks for I don't know. It asks if you like something cute or something. It's like, oh, they must be a girl, and it's like, oh no, that's a boy answer. I don't know. Never mind. I don't remember this. It's a cat named Rover. Go on.
Timmy and Tommy are thought to be sold exclusively at Target only.
Okay, see that I do want. Timmy and Tommy are the nephews of what's his name, Tom Nook.
Tom Nook. Okay, cool.
the raccoon / Tanuki. So I want those guys. They work at the shop. They sell stuff. They wear aprons. It's
To be
adorable.
determined. Shovel Knight Amiibo figure. It's already out.
Yep, I got mine. Sucker.
Guess it's where it's not going to be. Where it's not out. It's out everywhere else except
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, I figured. It's a Western developed game.
Mm-hmm. So it's not applicable. Actually, they don't know if it's going to come out or not at all.
You know what? Also, it's not Nintendo isn't releasing this one. Nintendo is licensing. Every time they do third party stuff, they license it out. So they probably didn't have enough money to send it to Japan yet. Because this is all coming out of Yacht Club's pocket. The Shovel Knight Amiibo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Oh yeah, that comes with. Oh, go on.
Mega Man Gold Edition.
Yep.
It's going to be out this month.
If it's anything like the Gold Mario Amiibo, I ain't gonna get it because I
have the right. It's because they have their hand up. Mario had his hand up. And
Yeah,
it was the same when he was gold. And
yeah,
silver.
exactly. I still wanted it, but it's just when I got there, they didn't have it. It's just really limited edition. And you know what? The Mega Man Legacy edition, whatever it's called, I have every single one of those games already on my 3DS. There's no reason for me to rebuy a whole game.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is the Amiibo.
yeah, but I think it comes packed with it, isn't it? I don't think they sell it separately.
You are correct, sir.
Slap that in the fucking knee.
Mm-hmm. It'll be available in the States February 23rd. It's gonna, like you said, it's gonna be a bundle.
Status.
It's not coming out in Japan. It's not coming out in Australia, and it's not coming out in Europe.
Did not know that.
So we look forward to that. People out there who don't have the games and are looking forward to the Amiibo, I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
You know who's really excited about that? Lakeith. He's been quiet throughout the whole thing because he's so excited. He's holding his anticipation.
I am. I really am.
He has a pillow over his crotch because it's just going to knock things over.
When they can make customized amiibos, call me.
They do.
No, like
They repaint over them.
Yeah, no, you can. There's some really, really talented people out there that take existing amiibo and like paint it to make it look like something else.
That's pretty cool. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
The Legend
hang tight.
Legend of Zelda. You've talked about this, I think, already.
Oh, the Wolf Link amiibo.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's looks
March
cool,
1st.
man.
March 4th.
March 4th.
In
It's
the-
so close. I can't wait for the game. I'm so excited about the
US in the States, Canada, Europe. It's going to be March 4th. Australia, March 5th. Japan, March 10th.
game. Suck it, everybody else. We're getting it first.
So we've talked about this before in our previous
A couple episodes ago.
episodes. You guys want to find out? Go ahead and go back and listen to it, and then
Yeah.
Pokemon Tournament.
Pokken tournament.
Shadow Mewtwo.
Pokken tournament.
Spring of 2016.
See, I didn't know that. That's an amiibo?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's going to be a bundle. The Shadow Mewtwo amiibo card. Oh, it's a card.
Oh. I definitely ain't getting that.
Yeah, well, if you guys are interested, it's going to be a card. It's going to be a bundle with the tournament for Wii U, all regions. So, Japan is going to be out March 18th, and everywhere else spring of 2016. And that's all pretty much I got.
That's Amiibo news for you guys. I didn't expect that coming out today. I just thought we were talking about a couple Amiibo. I quite enjoyed it. I had fun talking about Amiibo. I love Amiibo.
I love Amiibo. I mean, I think my my collection is much bigger than yours now.
My collection's bigger than yours.
My collection is much bigger than yours.
How many do you have?
I think I have over 50.
No, I think his recent purchases eclipsed my collection. But I don't know. Amiibo are cool, but I ain't gonna go
So basically, it's just
too much.
figurines. Do you guys actually use them or no? You just have them?
Sammy uses them.
I use them as a way to make my room look cooler.
Oh, okay.
To me, everyone else is like, "Oh, you have plastic toys.
Yeah,
You're
so you
lame."
guys like amiibos.
Homos.
I was into bobbleheads. So.
See, those are terrible.
Hey.
I hate bobbleheads.
Well, I have
Stop nodding.
I have the pop
When it
vinyls.
comes to sports, hey, those are great.
Pop vinyls are pretty cool.
I have the pop vinyls. I have about 20 of those. Or Sammy has about 20 of those.
Oh, by the way, he did quote unquote with his fingers. He did the finger quotes.
Yeah,
I
so-
got you guys one for Christmas.
We have it.
Yeah, I got him
it's
Marshmallow Man all pissed off. That's also what I call his son Ezra. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna finish up this episode with lots of anniversaries that are not really well known right now, or at least not talked about, and some games that we played. We have some new stuff, so stick around, especially if you like boobs. Welcome back, Virdos, for coming back to us. I want to finish up Oh, actually, by the way, if you guys don't know what song this is, shame on you. Shovel Knight is an amazing game and has cool songs. Josh, who exactly made this song?
This
Where'd you find this?
This is a Shovel Knight instrumental arrangement by Brento Floss.
I love that guy. Bald guy makes cool songs.
Yeah, you can find him on YouTube, and I found him on Spotify.
Spotify, yeah.
Everything I find is usually on Spotify. So if you guys have a Spotify account,
It's a great service.
yeah, go ahead and hit up that guy. He's pretty good stuff.
Makes funny songs, really good parodies. He adds lyrics to video game melodies.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
yeah,
it's a
and
good one. It's a good one.
I say Tidal, you can suck it. You guys know what Tidal is?
No.
It's the Spotify that Jay-Z started. Only place where you can find Kanye West's new album.
You know why?
Because they're best friends.
Because it sucks.
Because they lick each other's buttholes all the time.
Kanye West's new album sucks, by the way.
Hey, it's the life of Pablo. Pablo is Mexican. I take that in defense.
Well,
I have my
I'm
opinions
sorry
about
you're
that man,
offended.
but
Hey, he's a genius.
He's a
when it
musical.
comes to
I
music,
won't call him a
He's a
genius.
musical god. What are you talking about?
When his
No,
music,
no.
he's a musical genius in a way. But he kind of just
He's
fell
good.
off
He's
like
very good.
like 3 albums ago. He just fell off. And
He can kiss my ass. I can
You
care
know
less
what?
for that guy.
The fact that the guy's really vain about it. I don't think if he was like less of an asshole in the dick, he'd be like a little bit more. He's liked. He's liked.
He's
This
two
guy
body
is
parts.
But
Yeah.
what it was is that when his mom passed away, that guy just became just I don't know.
He
who
became a
knows what
different
happened to him.
person.
Yeah, so a lot of his fans, nobody likes him anymore because he just comes off as a jerk.
He
What's
comes off
that?
as
What's
a
that
jerk,
one?
doesn't like it.
I don't know what album it is.
I can't say bad words. That's why.
I don't know what album it is. I
College Dropout, probably one of his best ones.
Beauty School Dropout. Oh, that's Grease.
no. There's one that something about love. God,
Where is the love?
no.
That's Black Eyed Peppers.
It's Kanye West, but God.
I don't know, but we're kind of.
I don't know what album it is, but I think that album it might be the one that you named right now. It's a pretty good album. It's before I started.
Probably College
hating it.
Dropout, yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, but now I can care less about. I don't like that guy. Basically, I'll admit it. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either. Okay, so quick amiibo thing. You got Falco.
I got. Oh yes, I
Pretty
also got
neato.
Falco. I was excited. That's one of the ones I was excited about. I got that at Best Buy.
And we
actually.
promise, guys, that it won't be a long amiibo talk, but
Yeah,
Falco.
I got that at Best Buy. I was looking at the.
I was
Watch-
really close to getting that during Christmas time, but
Yeah.
I decided not to.
That came out in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Yarn Yoshi, the Mega Yoshi amiibo, I
Still
still
looking
do not
for it.
have that.
I'm still looking for it as well. I found one on eBay for $120, and
Nope.
no, I'm
Nope.
not going to buy it for.
I felt that $49.99 is really expensive, or
steep,
$39.99.
very steep, and
Yeah.
but
I would
we
still
were still
do
going
it.
to do
I
it.
would still do it.
We were
I
going to
would
do
still
it.
do
We
it.
just never got around to do
It
it.
was Sunday. I think I was hungover.
I was tired.
I didn't jerk off yet, so I need to do that first. But I do need a companion.
gross.
I do need a companion for my raccoon Gerard here. They would both sleep in my bed.
Yes. Currently still seeking for a Mega Yarn Yoshi. If any of you out there know, go ahead and comment and let us know because I'm still interested.
Yeah, don't be stingy. Don't take it all for yourself. Let us know so we can be stingy and take it for ourselves. All
Is there
right,
only
cool.
one color?
green.
Yeah, green.
All right, cool. I'm gonna buy one just to make you guys jealous and pin it on the wall right there.
Why are you going to pin it?
Like
Exactly.
Jesus?
No, just pin it on the wall. Or actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of noose on it and let it hang from the ceiling.
Wow.
That's dark. You're sick.
I
It's because you're
I
jealous.
think it's pretty funny.
Whatever, guys. All right, so let's talk about some anniversaries this year that are over 20 years now.
So we've talked about.
We started talking about this,
Yeah.
but we ran out of time, and I really want to reminisce about old games that are really freaking old now. So I'm just gonna bring up games that have either a 0 or a 5 as the last digit, and it's over 20 years. So
we'll start with 20.
We'll get
over?
started. No, we'll start with 40. Just really quick, not too much. We won't dwell on too many.
Let's start with 20.
You want to go 20 and up?
20 up, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And this is, to me, this is kind of inspired by the fact that Zelda is getting a big old 30, I think it's 35-year anniversary, or 30-year anniversary, excuse me. Sorry, I'm such a bad person. It's 30. That's what it's inspired by. So, 20 years ago, January 1996, Duke Nukem 3D launched.
Duke Nukem.
I cannot speak much about this game because...
Neither can I.
Yeah, I didn't own a
3D.
a PC.
I thought it was a good game. I like Duke Nukem. I always like Duke Nukem.
Well, 3D?
Yeah. That's the one where you still...
that's the
where they
most
had
famous one.
The strip
famous
clubs
one,
and all that. Yeah, it was cool.
Do you have any memories about that when you first plugged it in or booted it up? And
Yeah, we... it was my dad's garage on my PC. And I had 4 friends in the neighborhood. You know, we all play video games together, so they all come over. Coolest thing was in strip clubs, man. It was crazy. Just throwing money, you know, it just was funny to us.
you were little children. Why are you playing that stuff?
It was hilarious.
Speaking of little children shouldn't be watching or playing this. I saw Deadpool again last night, really quickly. It's the second time, whatever. But they brought their little kid there, and I was like, what the hell?
Well, I was going to see it again yesterday, but...
Decapitations and boobies and Stan Lee as a freaking DJ at a strip club. Great. Okay, let's do a big anniversary this year. The 20th is Pokemon Red and Blue came out in 1996, February 1996.
Something me and you can relate, Steve.
Yes.
Really excited. When it first came out, it was like, I was like, wonder what that is, type of thing.
Pokemon? What's this Pokemon?
Actually, we knew what it was.
All
but
the kids knew it was Pokemon.
Yeah, the
Gotta
game
catch 'em
was
all.
like, I mean, the difference between the show and the game. But when the game came out, I was like, oh, there's a game.
Yeah.
Best thing, one of the best games I've ever played in my life.
It's really great. I have a memory of washing that in my pockets so many times, but it still survived.
Still worked? Yeah. Pissed off. I'm like, why would you leave it in your pocket?
I still do it with some 3DS games.
Another game that I actually like, one of my favorite
Oh my God.
Mario games that
Yeah.
I like is Mario RPG.
Mario RPG, great game. I have this memory of you, Josh. We were playing it once, and I don't know if you really, at the time, for some reason, didn't grasp the RPG or how to play RPGs because we spent so much time trying to beat that crocodile at the beginning of the game, and it's like we can't beat him. We kept dying.
It's one of the easiest ways to beat him too.
Yeah, all you got to do is just buy new armor or buy new stuff, and you know. I learned that when I got a little bit older myself, whatever. But we kept playing it, we kept losing, and it's like right when you finally beat him, you got so excited. I don't know if you kicked it, like jumping in excitement, or pulled it. It like totally destroyed. It like it glitched it out, and we had to play it again. I don't think you played it afterwards.
We're like, damn it,
you were really
forget
little.
it.
Yeah. That's a great game. I'm so pissed that this year it came out in on the Virtual Console on the Wii U in Europe, but not in America. I was so looking forward to getting that game or playing that game. Resident Evil came out March 1996. Great game series. Scared the crap out of me for a very long time. I could not pass by my bathroom because it had a bathtub in it. And
Well, this is
remember that
this
scene
is
where
playing which one though?
Oh, the first one. This is only the first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay.
We're going by one. This is the first one came out. There's this scene in the first one where it's like you pull the butthole plug out of the fucking drain, and then there's a key and a zombie. I could not pass by my bathroom without being like, ugh.
Hey, when we first got that game, we waited all day just to play it at 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
11 and 12
That's
o'clock.
what I
Just sit in the room and play everything dark.
Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm speaking totally about the GameCube remake because I was too young to play and we didn't have the PlayStation version of it. But you had the PlayStation version.
I played the PlayStation version.
And you had the hilarious ass freaking intro, the live action intro with really bad actors and the action intro where you see Chris Redfield in fire and it's like he does some kind of pose.
Hey, that was the coolest thing ever.
Joseph! It's so bad. And then God, the way the models would move, it's like well, where should the gun go? You know, it's like, and they go back to like a weird neutral stance with like their arm on their.
The glitches
head.
were the best ones, man.
Hey, but
The
back
glitches
then,
were just as scary as the regular gameplay.
But back then, that was badass.
It was though, and what I kind of love about the PlayStation is that they're when it comes to horror games at that time, they use limitations to their advantage. It's like Silent Hill. The reason why all the games
cool.
the game looked foggy was because the draw distance. You couldn't see that much ahead of you because it's just the game loading it, but it looked like fog, so they passed it off as fog. With Resident Evil, it's like when the doors open, you see the cutscene of the door opening, but it adds the tension. But that's just the game loading up the next section.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you don't need that, but they still keep it there because it adds to that tension. It's like a staple in classic Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
So I love the game. I played the remake on the PS4 or the HD remaster of the remake, the GameCube one, and had lots of fun. Still love that game. Still scares the crap out of me. N64 and Mario 64 came out June 1996.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I remember when I got my N64 for my birthday. My parents asked me, "Hey, what would you rather have, Yoshi's Story or Mario 64?" And like an idiot, I chose Yoshi's Story. It's
Instead of that, we could have gone. Yeah. Other games that came out September and October were Crash Bandicoot and Tomb Raider.
Those two, I had those.
PlayStation games.
Yep.
Really quickly about Crash Bandicoot. I think the early 2000s, you bought a PlayStation 1, and for some reason, you didn't buy a memory card. But we had a bunch of PlayStation games. Crash Bandicoot was one of them, and it's one of those games where I played the game so many times but could not save. So I never beat the game, but had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Mad Cat memory cards, the yellow ones?
Yeah.
For PlayStation?
What was it like? Freaking
I had like 4 of those.
500 blocks of space.
I forgot. I just remember I had like 4 gray ones, and then we started getting the yellow ones.
Yeah. Going to 25th anniversary this year. Street Fighter 2. February 1991.
Sonic came out in January 91. What's LTTP?
A Link to the Past.
Oh.
Which is a personal thing for me because that is number one of my favorite Zelda of
personal thing to
all
my
damn
past.
time.
See,
cool game.
Out of these 3, Street Fighter and Link to the Past were very memorable.
Yeah, but the reason why I put Sonic here is because he's actually they're making a big celebration after our honors 25th year. But going to Street Fighter 2, a lot of great memories with that game. Link to the Past. Can I speak about Link to the Past really quick?
Yo, yeah. That's one I'm excited about.
The atmosphere it created with such limited hardware, it's like it was so great. You start off in the rain, and I freaking love the way I feel after that. And then you go into the woods, and everything's all foggy. It's like I can't even make a coherent sentence because I'm just
sounds like you're getting off. From this.
Exactly.
Are you okay?
That's how much I love this game. It's like the music is so great. The dungeons are freaking memorable as hell.
Look,
Finding Ganon is great.
Look, watching our uncles play it when they
Oh, I remember that.
watching it was very exciting.
Yeah, because I don't think we owned it really for a very long time. Every time I would play it, I would start a new file in our uncles or cousins' Super Nintendo whenever we went to go see them. So I would always see the intro, and I'd always be like, "Oh, that's so freaking cool!" But I had no idea what's really going on.
Right.
It's like, how do you get to the foggy level? Because it started off raining. It's like, I don't know how to get to the fog level. I just want to get to the fog level already. But I got older. I played it, and that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Speaking of Zelda, 30 years.
Yes, this is Zelda's 30th year of all time. This is when the series started, February 1986. This month right now. Can't talk much about it because I wasn't there for the launch of it or anything. But it is a very hard game.
2 years old.
I love the Zelda series. I love the first one, but it's so damn hard. It's probably one of my least favorite Zelda games, to be honest with you. Zelda 2, I think I like a little bit better than the first one.
Zelda 1 was really hard. I beat it, but it took forever for me to beat it.
You gotta have patience with those games back then.
All you need is
when I first played it, I was probably about
A lot
10.
of little bubbles in your
10,
life.
11.
What?
So
Speaking of bubbles, Bubble Bobble came out this
August of 86.
Yeah, can't talk much about it, but I thought it would be cool. Yeah. Metroid, god damn it, where's my freaking Metroid game for Wii U or 3DS? Seriously,
Not yet.
what the hell? One of the greatest freaking franchises. You don't even freaking have it.
I've kind of like zoned that out in my head because I'm like,
Super Metroid, freaking Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime are freaking great. Frick.
I like Prime.
Speaking of Metroid type of game, Castlevania came out September 1986. Love that game to death.
Canceled.
Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus,
Credit cards. You can buy stuff with credit
that
cards.
was pretty funny.
What the hell?
It made everybody feel older. It made them feel cool, actually.
playing the last boss for that was
Medusa.
fairly easy.
Well, did you get all the power ups?
I think the reason why
That's
was easy because
probably
I
why.
got the power ups.
Yeah. 35 years ago, Frogger, Donkey Kong, and Galaga came out.
Okay, these three games
No,
I'm not
man.
too fond of.
Yeah.
Hey,
Except for Galaga.
Galaga was a step.
Donkey Kong's
But
pretty cool.
Steve knows
remember
how I
being-
feel about the Donkey Kong Country series.
I
But
remember,
this is not Donkey Kong Country. This is
No, I know,
this
I
is
know,
the
no.
Mario one.
No, I know.
So it's
but when
separate.
the feel that it's just the fact that it's Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong is one of my least favorite characters. Although
Is it the tie?
Oh,
Is it
I
because he
like
wears a
Donkey
tie and nothing else? Does that weird you out? Are you jealous because you can't run around naked without a tie on?
I can do that if I want to.
But you get arrested.
you shouldn't.
Put you in a barrel.
I shouldn't. I won't, but I
You
could.
shouldn't.
They'll age you in a
I'm
barrel.
gonna throw barrels.
It's just the Donkey Kong series. I don't. Ugh.
Galaga was cool. I remember.
Yeah, you can
I remember
shoot
being in,
stuff,
Like the
aliens
third
and stuff.
grade, and we'd have computer lab days. We'd go to computer lab and we had the Apple computers, green screen, and we play Galaga. And then we got the new computers and we play. Actually, it wasn't Galaga. The first one on the green screen was it Pong or something? One of those games. And then we went to Galaga when we got the new computers and we thought we were the coolest thing in the world. But it was like Apple computers back in like 1993.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool. Real cool.
And finally, the Big 40 Breakout came out April 1976. Breakout.
Holy crap!
Yeah, 40 years-
1976.
Yeah. Breakout is that one
God.
game with that little paddle in the ball and it hits the box.
Uh huh.
There's so many variations of that game. They're not called
Oh,
Breakout,
yeah.
but I didn't even know this
The
game even had a
Mario one?
name.
Everybody
The
stole,
cartridge with the
stole
Mario
that.
one in
That
there?
was called like Arkanoid or something like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
See, I had no idea what the name of the real game was, but yeah, it's still a fun game. I have fun with it, bouncing the balls everywhere, getting power ups, and then getting like little things to shoot shit,
If you think about the cell phone games nowadays,
which I don't.
a lot of them took
Actually,
took things from that game. So
Yeah, it makes-
1976 though. Damn.
Yeah, nobody here was born at that time.
No, not at all.
I don't even think Star Wars. I think was it the year of Star Wars? No, I think it was 1977. I don't know.
77.
Totally different topic. If we seem rushed, it's because we do gotta go. We do have a schedule to keep up with. Finally, let's talk about games we played this week. I played Axiom Verge. Have you heard of that game?
No.
Think of it this way: it's Metroid 1 mixed with Super Metroid. It's like it's a huge game made by one guy. Seriously, the guy. It's the company. His name. The name of the company is his name. It's a Metroid game.
What's the name?
Thomas Lick My Butt. I forgot what his last name was. I don't know, but really great. Honestly, really good game. It took him like freaking like 3 or 4 years to complete it on his own. It's a huge game. Like I said, it's like Metroid mixed with Super Metroid. The graphics, if you look at it, the first thing you think about, oh shoot, it's Metroid. But it has all the features of a Super Metroid with the block map and so many different guns you can get. Really cool little abilities. You get a drill. You can drill through stuff and you can turn things into like glitches. They take the glitch and they make it a part of the game. Really really fun game. It's pretty old. This is a game I wanted to play for a very long time, but didn't put the money towards until recently. I'm having a blast with it. I feel so bad I waited till now. Really great, really fun. Still playing it. Still gonna play. What about you, Josh? What did you play this week?
A couple of games. I downloaded the Division for the beta Division, the Tom Clancy
Oh
Division.
my God, this is something you should have talked about today, but we don't have time.
Yeah.
So just a quick thing. I think we'll have a bigger. We'll have more time next week to talk about this. We'll shut down. We'll cut the Amiibo talk. But quick thoughts on it that you guys can discuss together.
Key, you have any quick thoughts on this?
I thought the graphics were great. Open world was good.
I think Josh has begs
The
to differ.
atmosphere was it was pretty lively. So I thought it was a good game. The team play would kind of amaze me, and then the whole Dark Zone. I mean, I live in the Dark Zone, so I loved it. I thought it was a good game. It's gonna be game of the year for sure for me.
Those are big words.
I'll oppose on
It
the
is.
graphics. I was expecting something much better. We also talked about games not being finished. I don't know. It could have been.
Well, this
the
is
fact
a,
that it was
this
on
is a
PS4.
beta. This is a beta as well.
Could have been the fact that it was on the PS4. I don't know.
But you know what? Ubisoft has a really bad track record with this. It's like they show games and they're like, oh yeah, this is going to be how the way it looks on consoles.
Well, when
No, Watch Dogs is the same thing. People were like, oh, it's gonna be a great looking game, next gen of games. No, it wasn't.
well, that's just my feelings on it. I also played. I bought a game called Typo Man. It's
Typo Man.
It's a side adventure puzzle.
It's a side-scrolling puzzle game.
Yeah,
you have to make words.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I talked about. It was probably one of our first episodes. I talked about the game Limbo.
Yeah.
Just like it's just as dark. It's kind of fun. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, this is a great game, but it was a fun game. I like those type of puzzle games.
Well, for being an indie game, for being pretty cheap, it's like what, like $10, $9.99,
I got it for like
$15, $14.99.
something like that. I got it on the Wii U. But puzzle games like that, I just recently started getting into it.
Good. That's a cool genre.
Because of you, though.
Thank you. I love that genre.
So I do like it's a fun little game. I felt like I was playing Limbo, but I had to figure out words and all this stuff to get through. I haven't gotten that far yet. But
I have not played it yet, but it's one of those games that I have on that list of you should play.
Yeah.
But don't put money towards. Axiom Verge was like that. It's like one of those games that it's an indie game, but it's a little bit on the high end for indie games. But I just haven't done it. That's one of those. Yeah.
Another game I bought was Street Fighter V.
Hadouken!
We all know the feelings about that.
Hey, can I comment on something really quick about Street Fighter V?
Go ahead.
Ken looks really dumb. I don't like Ken's design in this game.
Really?
I don't like this the way he looks.
It looks like he's
Long hair. This looks weird. His face looks
he has
weird.
long hair to begin with, but
It's a
it's
rocker.
like
Yeah, but I mean, it was like shoulder length. Now it's like he's got weird ponytails. I mean, that's just a quick, dumb little thing. But I don't know. I didn't like this design. Cammy looks pretty good though. Mika looks really good with her big boobs.
kind of moving around like that.
Yeah.
She shakes.
She used to slap her ass every time she did like this butt thing, but they cut that out. Sorry.
How do you notice these details? Steve?
And finally, the Call of Duty. I'm playing a little bit of the multiplayer.
Of course, you
I
can't
haven't
stop
done
playing
that though. I haven't done it. I've been playing other games more than I've been playing the
Same
Call of
here.
Duty game.
That's
I
good.
jump back on
Only-
because
only
of
You
that.
have to expand
because-
your horizons.
Only because of that. It's like I love the Call of Duty, but I don't have anybody to play with.
I jumped back on because of Daniel. So
See, that's probably one of the reasons.
Jesus, he got it. Him and Mike and everybody. So
Yeah,
We all know these people too.
I just added them, so I haven't gotten a chance to play with them yet.
These are
That's what we
friends.
said
by the way.
last night. Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I can think of. I have Majora's Mask that I was playing last week, but since I was excited about Street Fighter V,
Yeah.
I kind of set it aside. I'm gonna continue playing it, but I kind of had to play these
Speaking
first.
of Zelda, I've been playing Link Between Worlds. I've been playing it on hero mode. Kicked my ass. Damn hard. Really good game. I wish I kept playing it. But yeah, terrible ending to this, but we do gotta go. Thank you guys for
Well, I mean, all I played is the Division, and I did a little bit of Need for Speed and a little Call of Duty, but
See?
the Division took most of my time because it was so great.
So far we have 2 games you played already, and the game we're gonna talk about next week.
Great.
So yeah, guys, especially you two, since you guys have the beta, play this week. Let me know. Have a cool, long, or at least just full-fledged idea of how it is.
Especially to you, Mr. Ian, you gotta get the Division so we can play that.
Now he's stuck playing
and not Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Wait, when is it done?
Nah, we can't do Metal Gear.
When is the beta over? 22nd?
This week, yeah. But we need. I'm saying for him to get the game so we can actually play.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for joining us for another hour of nonsense. If you want to find me, Esteban, you can find. Oh, actually, no. Let's get Josh. Where can I find you?
Drummer Dude 33. Dude is DOOD.
Mr. Blackman, where can I find you?
You can find me at Darkest33, DARKESS 33 on Xbox Live.
And Mr. Mexican Man with the Glasses, Steve. You can find me on Esteban2190. If you want to find us on Twitter, you can find us for now on PB_concepts at Twitter. We will see you next week with more Raccoon Talk.